I would like to make some betting with you. When we meet for the 20th, I hope I will have the pleasure still to be invited for the meeting. When we meet for the 20th Governance Summit, you will use the app like Uber, but not anymore to call some driver, but automatically guided car, a self-driven car, will come to your hotel or wherever you are and will bring you to the airport.
No, this would just be the Tesla network. You just literally open the Tesla app and summon a car, and we send a car to pick you up and take you somewhere. And we'll have a fleet that's, I don't know, on the order of 7 million that are capable of autonomy soon. Years to come, it'll be over 10 million, then over 20 million. This is immense scale. And the car is able to operate 24/7, unlike the human driver. So that would just be owned by Tesla and be added to the fleet. I guess that would be a bit more like Uber. But this would all be the Tesla network. And there's an important clause we've put in every Tesla purchase, which is that the Tesla vehicles can only be used in the Tesla fleet. They cannot be used by a third party.
As you can see, I just arrived in the robotaxi, the Cybercab. And there's 20 more where that came from. So they've been traveling. There's no people in them, as you can see. The car's just going by with no people. And we have 50 fully autonomous cars here tonight. So you'll see Model Ys and the Cybercab, all driverless. You'll be able to take a ride in the Cybercab. There's no steering wheel or pedals. We want to have a fun, exciting future that if you could look in a crystal ball and see the future, you'd be like, yes, I wish I could be there now. That's what we want.
Actually, I had a discussion some months ago with the mayor of Los Angeles, and you know Los Angeles is one of the cities with the heaviest traffic, who told me in 2030 Los Angeles will be private car driven free.
So when we think about transport today, there's a lot of kind of pain that we take for granted that we think is normal. Like having to drive around LA in like 3 hours of traffic. Yeah, and people that live in LA, I mean, try to get from Pasadena to, El Segundo during rush hour is like, you can fly to another city faster than you can get to crosstown LA. And you have to drive the whole way.
And this will allow to transform highways into parks and other public spheres.
One of the things that is really interesting is how will this affect the cities that we live in? And when you drive around a city, or when the car drives you around a city, you'll see there's a lot of parking lots. There's parking lots everywhere, parking garages. So what would happen if you have an autonomous world is that you can now turn parking lots into parks.
And then you have the second big dimension of technological change, which relates to robots, to drones, combined with artificial intelligence.
Everything we've developed for our cars, the batteries, power electronics, the advanced motors, gearboxes, the software, the AI inference computer, it all actually applies to a humanoid robot.
So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks. Whatever you can think of, it will do. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind.
This will not be only taxis which will be absent. We will see a trend to an economy on demand. And at the end, you will have an app for each of our needs, but also for our public needs, for our needs related to government services.
Twitter is effectively an accelerant to an idea I've had for a long time, which is I call it sort of X, the everything app.
Yeah.
Which is to have a platform that is so useful that you you find it is essential to conduct your life. So that means, like, you know, we do obviously payments. We provide, really make a good, meaningful communication privately as well as publicly. So that means we need to have a direct message system that offers voice calls, video calls, encrypted communications, so that your communications are private and Twitter and others cannot spy on them, and just be incredibly useful.
Another bet which I would make with you, when we come probably not at the 20th, but already at the 10th or 15th meeting, we will pay, not necessarily with bitcoins, but with other, what they call cryptocurrencies. So the impact of virtual currencies and so on the banking system, we only start now to understand.
It's in full swing. Elon Musk revealing his plans to revolutionize payments. All right, Ashley, can you explain exactly what he's doing?
He likes to use that term revolutionize, and this term revolutionize payments on his platforms this year, he says, confirming rumors basically of a plot to replace PayPal. You're talking about Bitcoin. Musk has confirmed that SpaceX owns a bunch of Bitcoin and that he still owns a lot of Bitcoin rival Dogecoin, if you remember, a cryptocurrency that Musk once said he wanted to make the currency of the earth. But now Musk has reiterated plans to compete with the likes of PayPal, Visa, even banks by offering products and services that will, quote, reshape how we connect, communicate, and transact. Musk was just granted a money transmitter license from the state of Utah last week and is the 15th U.S. state to okay his company plans to offer payments. It's fascinating, isn't it? No matter what you say, Elon Musk is the king of disruptors. Still.
You should read that book about him, the new one. It's an excellent book, and it details he is the disruptor in chief and a revolutionary. Remarkable book.
And finally, maybe the biggest impact on us, particularly as far as we ourselves are concerned. I mentioned the new technological wave is changing who we are. It's the research which is going on in biology, in genetics, with brain research, with regeneration of body parts, with many other elements like enzymes and so on. Just to give you one example of what I said before, the systems innovation. If we make progress, what we are doing at the moment in treating cancer, in replacing body parts, this will again prolong life expectancies by a number of years. And actually in Switzerland now, every second baby which is born is expected to have a life of more than 100 years. Now this leads quite to tremendous social implications. Aging.
Yeah, let's have that conversation a second, because people are concerned about, as you said, dwindling populations. AI and robots have potential to help support the GDP.
Yes.
Congratulations on Optimus 2 and soon Optimus 3. Your prediction on the number of robots by 2040, humanoid robots to be specific, what order of magnitude?
By 2040.
Yeah, so.
I think if you say like 2040, probably there are more humanoid robots than there are people. I mean, everything that you've ever experienced in your whole life, smell, emotions, all of those are electrical signals. So it's kind of weird to think that your entire life experience is distilled down to electrical signals from neurons, but that is in fact the case. That's at least what all the evidence points to.
Do you think there will be a world in the next couple of decades where it's hundreds of millions of people have Neuralinks?
Yeah, I do. Death is fundamentally the loss of information, the loss of memory.
So if we can store them as accurately as possible, we basically achieve a kind of immortality.
Yeah. If you could run a thought experiment, what if you were disintegrated painlessly and then reintegrated a moment later, like teleportation, I guess, provided there's no information loss. The fact that your one body was disintegrated is irrelevant.